wanted to talk about. I'm just gonna leave it green screen. I can't really change it right now. Okay, so I wanted to talk about really quickly while I'm in traffic is if anybody is going through a separation and you have to co-parent with your um the other parent of your child, whether it's a man or a woman, and you have to co-parent. Okay, so what not to do? Please don't do anything that Miss Libby is doing. That's a way to cause a separation in communication, because don't do that. Be cordial, and yeah, Antonisha shouldn't have did that story where she called Olivia the babysitter. But you have to admit it's funny. You got to admit it's funny. After everything that Liv has said about Antonisha, it's fucking hilarious. It's funny. And then she spiraled afterwards, which makes it even funnier. But what I did, it did take me a couple years to co-parent with my ex-husband. Um, we were beefed up for about a year or two. And then when he got into like a serious relationship with his, he was with this woman for about I think 7 years, something like that. That's when things like calmed down, because she was like the mediator with us both, kind of. It took her, Michelle, to kind of for us to like talk again, and to be like on good terms. So shout out to Michelle. And you know sometimes that's all that it really takes is just the middleman, which in this case, the middleman is always being harassed online. Um, like if that were to be Antonisha. What would I look like? I'm just thinking about this right now. What would I look like if when my ex husband had the new girlfriend? What would I look like if I was over there like talking shit about I've never, I don't know. I liked Michelle. Michelle's pretty cool. Michelle, out of all his ex girlfriends, two thumbs up and a twist. No, snap and a twist. That that's what you call classy. Okay. She wasn't this insecure woman who thought because there was a drop off time, because my ex husband had those exes. Let's just get into a little bit of tea right here. Okay, my ex-husband had those exes that some of them, okay, who had husbands, mind you, they were still married, but were in a relationship with my ex-husband because her husband was in prison or some shit. I don't know. He was not around, so she needed somebody. So she got with my ex-husband, okay, and she swore because me and because we had a drop-off time, like we had a set visitation and everything. She thought like we're fucking around. I could not stand him. I could not stand that man. And it's true. If you want to find my exes and ask them, once I break up with somebody, I don't go back and forth. And once we broke up, that was it. We were done. We were done for. We didn't get back together ever. And that was my ex-husband. If I didn't get back with my ex-husband, what makes you think I'm gonna get back with anybody else? Like once I'm done with you, like I can take a lot, you know, um, back and forth or whatever. I can take a lot of arguments is what I'm trying to say. But once I reach that point, which everybody thinks they're special, and they think that I'll just put up with anything. No, I do eventually find like get to my breaking point, and that's it. Nobody can change my mind. Nobody can change my mind. And people like to test that theory who are not here. Okay, they like to test that theory and they find out, oh no, she's was for real. She's really not coming back. No, I'm not coming back. I never go back ever. So once I break up with somebody, that's it. So my ex-husband's girlfriend she thought we were fucking around. I guess because that's what her and her husband were doing at the time. I don't know. I'm just assuming. But This his girlfriend Michelle, she was like, she never was like the type to accuse him of cheating, and she was always at work. She was always at work. Well, not with me. I don't know about anybody else, but I never had that issue. But she was like, "That's the way you need to be the mediator. If you're gonna be in a relationship with a man or a woman who already has children, you're gonna be the one to hopefully talk to both of them so that they can come to agreement. Because you sometimes you do need a mediator. Okay, sometimes you do, and Michelle was ours, and yeah, so that worked out, and then we started getting along and communicating and all that good stuff, right? So yeah, um, anyway, so you don't have to be the middleman, you don't have to be the bigger person, but I'm just saying they're probably gonna need somebody to mediate between them if they're still beefed up, just for the sake of the child. But try not to, talk about them online and stuff like that. Try not to talk about whoever your ex is with. Don't do that. Like, come on. Especially if you don't even want them back. Like, what's the point? What is the point of that? Right? We're supposed to be better people, supposedly, right? Supposedly, allegedly. But anyways, yeah. So don't do what Libby is doing, and think about the children, all right? Think about them and their well-being, and how you're gonna put them in the middle if you want them to choose a side. So, anyways, that's all I gotta say. Gotta go. Bye.